situation appears to have escalated very quickly, and then there was shooting. Let's listen to the first 3 shots. After those 3, then a pause, and then 6 more shots rang out. A lot of questions being asked about this, some, in fact, even being asked by former police officers. One that spoke to CBC explains the difference in the posture of the police officers. For those first 3 shots, the gun up here. For the remaining 6, the gun down here. Let's listen.
3 shots. 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, we have that pause. And we're wondering why the pause before the next shots. When the next shots come, you'll see that the officer's angle of his arms changes to level, indicating he's shooting lower, which to me gives me the impression that the suspect was dropped by those first 3 shots.
That is just one of the series of questions that are being asked about this. Could police have waited? Was there imminent danger? There has to be imminent danger to their lives for them to take this kind of deadly force action under Canadian law. Another aspect, too, here is why wasn't the street cleared? You can see vehicular traffic moving by in the other direction. A number of people, a number of videos, in fact, were able to be taken. People were close enough to be able to do that. With this number of shots ringing out, some wonder about the public aspect, the public safety aspect of this as well, Andrew.
And, John, what are friends and family saying?
There's been a remarkable reaction, again, perhaps Monday morning quarterbacking because of this prevalence on the web, because people, rightly or wrongly, feel that they can judge some of what happened there. We're seeing a tremendous online presence. We are seeing Facebook pages set up. We are seeing calls for a protest that is due to happen this evening that will march through the downtown to the site of Yatim's death. As well, the family says they are considering and will most likely hire a lawyer.
Protesters shouted insults at police and called for justice tonight as they marched toward the spot where a young man was shot dead in a standoff with police officers early Saturday morning.
Think before you kill! Think before you kill!
The shooting on a TTC streetcar has sparked a flood of anger at police. The officer involved in the shooting has now been suspended with pay. CTV's Scott Lightfoot was with the protesters tonight as they made their way from Yonge Dundas Square to the scene of the shooting. Scott?
Bill, it was a very emotional march down Dundas. I want to show you the memorial here to Sammy Yatim. This memorial has grown quite a bit tonight. I can tell you in the hours after Sammy's friends and family found out that he was dead, they decided they wanted to plan a protest. Well, they hit the streets this afternoon, joined by hundreds of total strangers, all voicing their anger.
We want justice!
The crowd grew as it made its way down Dundas Street early this evening.
We want justice!
The death of 18-year-old Sammy Yatim, shot by police early Saturday morning while on a streetcar, an incident that has enraged many.
Shoot first, ask questions later, and it happens over and over again, and I'm sick of it.
Tom Needham carried a list of names of people who've died after interacting with Toronto police. He has no faith in an SIU investigation.
You know they're going to be exonerated. Every one of these shooters was exonerated. These ones will be too. There's no justice.
Justice is what protesters say they want. Those who knew Sammy also want answers.
I still can't really make sense of anything. We just want answers, and that's it. And we want to know really what's going on and what happened that night.
Among the mourners, his grieving family. His mother asked if the large turnout brought her any solace.
Does it bring any comfort? Yes. You hear?
Yes, sure. Yes.
The protest was escorted by the very people who were being protested. Many of those who marched didn't know Sammy, but carried signs and shouted slogans of deep-seated anger towards police. Anger that boiled over as the protest passed 52 Division, and some people tried to rush the doors. This was not the message Sammy's friends and family were trying to communicate.
We are not here to be attacking the police for what happened. We are here for justice to be served. Just because one person makes a mistake doesn't mean everyone else is the same.
Tempers calmed as the march made an emotional stop at Dundas and Bellwood, the place where Sammy was shot, a place where his mother and sister sat down before breaking down. As the memorial to the young man grew, a moment of silence, followed by a simple question from Sammy's sister.
We're not going to let this pass, are we?
No! As his family left to grieve
even private, some protesters continued to 14 Division. The protest may be over, but the anger goes on.
And you can see the candles continuing to burn here at Dundas and Bellwoods as people stop by this growing memorial. I can tell you a number of those protesters who did go to 14 Division tonight stayed well into the evening, chanting and shouting at police. As for Sammy's friends and family, they say they will continue their search for answers, and they do plan more protests in the future. Reporting live on Dundas, I'm Scott Lightfoot. Bill, back to you.
All units in the vicinity in 1 out of 12, 1 out of 12. A 211 in progress. 14108.